Two
Welcome
things.
back, everybody.
Yes, two things. Number one, I apologize because at the end of the last video, I pressed the button by accident. So what you guys heard was, oh, let's end this one here, and then I probably got cut off halfway in my sentence. So, didn't mean to be rude there. Me and Brian both said goodbye. Meanwhile, I was stupid, and I wasn't recording. And secondly, this boss fight is on me because Brian can't help me.
I already beat it. I don't have a fog door, and what everyone's saying so far is, if you don't have the fog door, you can't help anybody. So, yep, Rob has to go off and be the badass he was born to be. And meanwhile, while he's fighting, I will constantly try to see if I can jump into his fight.
Okay. Maybe I can get, like, a different summon. Ring ding ding.
Yeah, you might get a rando that jumps in. You might even get the doll to come in and help you.
Is that a thing?
No.
Just,
What's she gonna do? Be like, oh, hunters, calm down and no more fighting. Please, let me help you both resolve this with my doll body.
Ronnie's a doll.
What's that?
Ronnie
Oh,
is a
Ronnie.
doll.
Oh, Ronnie. Okay. Yeah, Ronnie is. Well, so, okay, so I need to look up this doll compared to Ronnie because, like, Ronnie was actually a person. She had her soul transferred into a porcelain doll. But, like, whereas this doll, I think, was simply just made. Yes, I think she was made from the substances of souls, like echoes. I don't think she ever lived before. And her, okay, so you said you're never gonna play the DLC?
Most likely not.
Okay, well, for all the viewers who've been watching all of our Bloodborne videos, you've been playing this game all the way through with us, which means that this spoiler is only going to be provided because you're already beating the game with us. This isn't. If you're watching this for the first time, I am warning right now. Please mute or whatever, or ignore me or whatever. I'm going to spoil something for the DLC, which is supposed to technically happen after the end of the game, I think. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, I've given my YouTube warning. The doll is actually, I think it was mentioned in the beginning that, from the dude you're hunting or killing right now, Gurdham, that she was inspired by someone who actually lived. You faced the woman that was inspired after her in the old Hunters.
Oh.
Yeah, I forget her name, but, like, you actually faced the Huntress, whose body is so sexual. Dude, it's literally sexual and, like, perverse to the highest degree. This dude had a crush on one of the other Huntresses, and so, but he couldn't be with her. So he literally made a doll that is her body to a T, but dressed it up in a dress
Oh, God.
and made it very submissive.
Oh.
And yeah, yeah. So the doll is so this is where it gets complicated. That doll that we're talking to was technically somebody who in your world is still alive in their own body. It's a sex doll basically of someone who refused to be with Gurnham.
Uh, just gonna say it, kind of creepy.
Like, and I know a lot of people are like, she's not a sex doll, she's a doll and she's a person and like she helps upgrade. No, like if you listen to his dialogue, he doesn't openly admit it, but if you listen to his dialogue, he's like, oh yeah, use her any which way you please. She's there for any of your needs, as she was for me.
Oh, he even shares her. My God.
Yeah, yeah. Like, no, this is a rated M game. That is an adult theme. She is a sex doll, and she is the doll that represents another hunter. Well, I say hunter, but it's a female, so I'm being respectful. So huntress that he couldn't be with. And it's funny because people make fan fiction like, not inappropriate porn. People do make porn one, but like there's actual fan fictions where people have the doll meet up with the lady. I need to fucking figure out her name again. Um, and then the lady's like, "Why do you look like me?" "Oh, because my master made me after you." And then the fan fiction is she's like, "Oh, that's really creepy." I knew I didn't like him for a reason.
There's fanfiction of everything, but yeah. But she is a person. She's like a sentient being. She acknowledges that she's a doll that was created.
Okay, Lady Maria. So the doll is made after the image of Lady Maria. And I'm gonna. Let's see. Okay, and her name is the doll, which is sad. She has no actual name. So the doll was tenderly made by Gurman as a means to keep him company, and to also serve the many hunters that would come to the hunter stream.
Oh,
so
God.
He's been sharing her with a lot of people. The doll is based on a student which Gurnham had affections to, Lady Maria. So even in the canon wiki, the developers have already canon confirmed this. Gurnham made this doll in the image. I did not remember, though, that it was his student. That's even creepier. That's his student. So this girl is already younger than him, and he wanted her. And he couldn't have her, so he made a sex doll of her. And then shares it with all the other guys. And girls, if they're into that too. There are girl hunters. Huntresses, whatever. After Maria's disappearance, Gurman sought to obsessively replicate her in the form of a doll. Now this is the part that I care about, which is... the doll herself has exactly the same size and appearance as Maria, as well as the same voice. However, Gurman soon became indifferent towards the doll's presence due to the later lacking Maria's personality. So yes, the doll is for all intents and purposes, the doll isn't even made out of souls. The doll is pretty much a machine.
Okay.
So, like, yes, okay, if I'm going to be serious and put my jokes aside, yes, the doll is a very nice looking assistant lady. However, I'm not recognizing her as a person out of the sheer fact that she is, for all intents and purposes, literally a doll and was made. So, if echoes were not used, which it's not said in canonic terms that echoes were used, she was made as a machine.
I mean,
with
that's
mechanical
fine.
parts and joints and stuff like that. So she's not a person to me.
I mean, sure, but like, philosophically speaking, I mean, we're just biological machines, and she does acknowledge her own existence. So, I mean, yeah, it could be that she's just a machine, and she's programmed to act like a human, and therefore acknowledge her existence, even though she doesn't have one. But she does seem to be a person that lacks the free will that a person normally would have.
Well, here's another thing, too, you have to consider. So I'm going to be your devil's advocate, only because this is where I stand on AIs also. Is that you said she acknowledges her own presence. There's nothing saying that Gurnham didn't program that into her.
Well, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, she can like emulate essentially being a person, kind of like modern AIs do now, where they're so good at pretending to be a person that they appear to be one.
Yeah. Okay, then fine. Yeah, I agree with that then. I just wanted to be very clear on that one because I was like, well, I wanted to ask you at least or find out. Okay, like, all right, well, hey man, I mean, to each their own. The fans too. If you see the doll as a person, even though it is purely a machine, that is your prerogative. I privately stand. You know, she's a stupid bitch and I killed her.
Anyway, I'm gonna fuck the doll.
Anyways, I'm gonna join you. Hey, high five.
Just kidding.
Yeah, man. Just kidding. I'm totally not mounting up on her right now. Oops. Her
Bro, don't be weird.
dead. What? She's dead. It's not. Never mind. Actually, that is weird.
Yeah, no, that makes it weirder, so...
It's like, but it's not that weird, man. She's dead, and she wasn't even real. So like, she's not even that dead. She's just deactivated via the force of violence.
Wait, deactivated as in asleep. I'm not sure which is creepier, her being dead or her being asleep.
Yeah, I just happened to violently deactivate her so I could have my way with her body, which she would have let me have anyways.
We should stop talking about this.
Don't worry, guys. You think this is a fucking bad conversation. You know nothing. Elden Ring will shine some whole new lights on why we're not going to like Brian at the end of this.
So the reason why I haven't been fighting the boss, everyone, is because I ran out of my stock on bullets and healing items, so I was just farming echoes real quick.
That's smart. Yeah, you definitely should have as much as you can. As you know, because you tried doing that fight.
Like, it's probably not even a hard fight. Like, someone watching is gonna be like, bro, like, this fight is so easy. Bloodborne's a hard game for me, so shut up. Like, I don't usually struggle this much with games.
So I have a thrusting attack with my greatsword. I used it on the boss that we fought together. Murgo, the wet nurse Murgo. So if I use the thrusting attack and one shot the doll, does that mean that technically I was penetrating her for about a moment?
I mean, you impaled her, so in the most technical sense, yes, but not in that way, you fucking weirdo.
Nah, I'm teabagging her because I totally just fucked her with my sword. So get scrubbed.
I don't want to get scrubbed. You get scrubbed.
You're literally the scrub lord. I mean, getting scrubbed is part of the description. You are the Lord of Scrubs. Other scrubs gather around once a year to pay homage to you.
What the hell? I stun-locked him with a bullet, and then he went into attack animation. How is that fair? He did it again.
Good. If Rob loses, laugh at him.
Well, prepare to laugh.
Okay. Ha 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 ha.
Oh my god.
Ha 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 ha.
Alright, I'm gonna win. I'm going to.
Just know that the longer you take for this fight, the longer I continuously molest that doll.
Bro, this sucks. I wanted to beat this game with you. Can you not do the last boss with me, either?
No, I can't. It's okay, man. I'm beating it with you in spirit, and I beat 99% of it with you.
That's true. There was that one other boss that I did by myself. But yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the fact that I'm here talking with you, I'm there with you in spirit.
And the irony is that there's always someone there waiting to invade your world, right? Like you said. But when I ring for help, guess who's there? Nobody.
Yo. And I'm hiding in the hunter's dream so that no one can invade me while I'm cheering my boy on. Because I will explode again if someone somehow finds their way into my private world and kills me. This is one of those moments where I'm glad that we don't literally post some of our videos live time. So that it's like we post it right now and then someone's like, oh no, Brian's still in that game right now. Do it. Invade his world somehow, hack in and kill him. Watch him start screaming.
You know, are we gonna do YouTube live sometimes?
I have no problem or any issues whatsoever doing that. I would totally be down for doing YouTube live.
The only reason why I didn't do that from the beginning is because every time I tried to, like, there was some kind of, like, issue with it that I couldn't fix, some kind of bug. And recording was easier anyway. But yeah, I'm down for that.
Man, that must have really bugged you.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it did. And if you stream live on YouTube, you can upload that later as a video, I'm pretty sure.
That's useful.
Even on Twitch, I think I've done that on Twitch before. I don't know if you're still able to do that or not, but...
No, you cannot. I know for a fact you cannot. I would have been uploading my videos from Twitch all the time on Twitch if I could.
Yeah, eat Molotov. I love the age-old technique in Souls games to just stand there and do nothing while the boss just misses every single attack they throw at you.
Has he one-shot you yet?
He has not one-shot me. I can get him down to like half health, but... I'm sorry, how did you stun me when I wasn't attacking? And like, Souls games often bug out on me, because, like, in Elden Ring, Rodon's Rain only worked sometimes. In this game, this guy seems to be immune to being stunned. And it's not that I'm timing it wrong. I shoot him, and then he does the stun animation for half of a second, and then he goes right into an attack animation.
Bro, that's because he was literally so badass of a hunter. And the fact that he was the first hunter, that he teaches other people. No kidding, he's gonna pull some smooth moves on you, bro.
He's like, oh, you stunned me. Just kidding. Cuts my head off.
Bro, yeah, he's gonna lay you out. He's like, remember everything I taught you? Yeah, that don't work on me.
I taught you everything you know, not everything I know.
Exactly.
Yeah, get stabbed. I'm gonna impale you as many times as other hunters impaled your doll.
Damn! Get wrecked.
I hope he washes the doll.
Sure.
I mean,
Probably. Maybe. No.
like, I don't really care that much because I have no interest in using the doll. I'm a respectful person, and I see her as someone who helps me in my quest. But, yeah, probably should wash her.
In my mind, it's probably just one of those things where, like, I don't see a sink or a bathtub, so I, do the math.
There has to be a pond somewhere.
Yeah, it's in her body when she's expelling juices.
Bro, why you gotta say that?
And she leaves a pond behind. There you go.
It's not okay.
There you go. Me for the win.
Common Brian W.
Yup. Big W.
Ooh, I can keep... He's not that hard to stun. Okay. Just gotta corner him. Oh man, he just did a 20-hit combo on me. Man, I wish you could at least see what was going on. So, I know someone who claims that Sekiro is harder than Elden Ring.
What? Say that again? Someone claiming that Sekiro is harder?
Yeah.
That's, I mean,
Have you
I don't
played-
know. I can't really... Can't even argue that. I've never played Sekiro. I can't argue.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That you didn't
Like-
play Sekiro, I mean.
Yeah, like, I have to play Sekiro first, and then I can either go, oh no, you're full of shit, or, oh no, you're absolutely right. Like, and no, I need to actually play it before I can make a choice.
Alright, time to farm some blood echoes. At least those hippo things drop a lot of blood echoes.
True.
What did you get for dinner after work?
Just a couple sandwiches. Nothing crazy.
From?
My gas station.
What kind?
They have a grill and whatnot there, so they made me grilled cheese.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just something simple. It's really the only place I can go to in my small town when it's past 11 o'clock. Because everything's closed at 9:30 or 10.
What are those dogs barking at now?
You.
I do wonder if they sometimes bark when my heating unit goes off. My heating unit is also an AC unit, so it's kind of loud. Excuse me. And of course it's sticking out of the wall, so I wonder if the noise upsets them.
Probably. Just fight your dogs. Paw to paw combat. Just make sure that none of your dogs are boxers.
Boxers?
Boxers. Haha, get it? Make sure none of your dogs are boxers.
No, sorry.
The breed?
Oh, you made a funny joke and I totally didn't get
Oh
it.
my god, you're a piece of shit.
You actually made a smart and funny joke.
I know, that threw you for a fucking loop, didn't it?
No, it did, because you said paw to paw, so I'm just thinking about them, like, oh, is he saying, like, hopefully that they're not professional boxers so they don't kick my ass?
Yep, there you go. I just was building up on all of it, paw to paw, and then, yeah. Had going for the finisher.
Man, I'm a dumbass.
Look, man, we wouldn't be good at what we do if me and you weren't dumbasses.
And what exactly are we good at?
Great question. We'll let the fans tell us.
I died in the worst spot. You lord. This video might end with me saying, I have to level up some so I can kick this guy's ass. Which, if that happens, no biggie. I'll do some grinding, and then, like, I'll get real huge. Like, I'll get my shoulders to be bigger than my head, and then I'll just, like, backhand the first hunter into a new dream.
Backhand him so hard he becomes a doll himself.
I'll backhand him so hard that he goes unconscious in this dream and goes into a deeper dream.
Backhand him so hard he goes from being the first hunter to the second doll.
Well, for his sake, I hope not.
And then he gets used by you frequently because we all know that you're into dudes.
No, not by me. And even if I was, I mean, the man's skin is falling off of his body. He's so old. Like, no.
Yeah, I know. Bon appetit. Damn
Although
delicious. Let me have a little. What?
But if he became a doll, I guess he would go into a nice porcelain, like, young doll.
Oh no, dude! Like, let me have a little bit of that. Those skin flakes. Bon appetit. Man, it tastes like aged fine wine. Or no, it's skin flakes. So, tastes like aged fine cheese.
Pick up
His blood would
item.
taste like aged fine wine. His skin tastes like aged fine cheese.
Bro, I don't even like store, like, grocery store cheese.
I know. So this is why you're gonna love this. It'll have the texture of Gouda and the flavor of blue cheese.
Can anyone explain to me why A, people enjoy cheese even though its texture, smell, and taste is disgusting, and B, why people would enjoy aged cheese, which is, like, purposely spoiled cheese? Doesn't make much sense to me.
Because it tastes good. And it
It
smells
doesn't
good.
taste. It doesn't taste good.
Look. There is a cheese for everyone. Unless
Sure.
you're lactose intolerant, and then there's no cheese at all.
No, I agree, and I shouldn't say, I shouldn't put cheese under an umbrella of grossness because I like myself some, as a seasoning, it's alright, on Doritos, and, a nice Parmesan on some garlic bread is okay, and I like cream cheese, but even if you think about it on a biological point of view, 66% of the world is lactose intolerant, which tells you that we're not supposed to consume dairy, right?
No, that sounds like a skill issue on 66% of the population. Because I'm 29 and I'm still not lactose intolerant. So it sounds like a fucking skill issue.
Well, see, most people in the Americas are not lactose intolerant. But pretty much everyone in the, like, African and Eastern area is. Okay. Die, please.
I nearly just died there for a moment. Air, oxygen down the wrong windpipe.
Oh god, I wasn't talking to you when I said die, please. I don't want you to die.
No, but okay, so yes, you're technically not wrong. Milk is not really something that us as adults are supposed to consume. Milk is something that is supposed to be consumed in our very early growing years. So as the moment we're born until I think we're like in our early teens, something like that. And then we're supposed to stop. Now, cheese isn't exactly, in my opinion, cheese is not exactly the same as milk when it comes to dairy, even though technically that is how you make it. Cheese is literally just spoiled milk, but done in a very specific fermentation type of way, so that it's not actually poisonous or what have you. However, because of the way cheese is made, it is not as like crazy dairy as just straight up drinking a glass of whole milk. The same with drinking 2% milk. 2% milk is literally you're drinking a glass of water that has 2% of milk in it. This is why a lot of people can go a long time in their life, if not their entire life, not being lactose intolerant, because, and that's something people need to understand too, is a lot of people have the common misconception that lactose intolerance is a genetic thing. Everyone can become lactose intolerant. Yes, it might, for some people, genetically be passed from mother to father or what have you. Like, they're right out the puss. Immediately, just like, if I have anything cheese, I am dead. Or, but for the most part, and I should look it up, and I'll look it up if it is truly genetic, because if I learned in school correctly, it's not. Everyone is born not lactose intolerant for the sheer fact that breast milk. But, so, everyone can become lactose intolerant. The speed run any percent become lactose intolerant is all your life only drink once a day, if not more than once, every day, whole milk. Straight up drink whole milk and you will become lactose intolerant. Because yes, we are not supposed to be taking in dairy our entire life. Taking in 2% of dairy is pretty much almost not taking in anything at all except for the calcium.
Yeah, it's basically water.
Yeah. And then, like, cheese is fermented in such a way that it also loses those chemical compounds that would force your body into a rushed state of lactose intolerance. Now, if you're one of those people who your ever living waking life is cheese, like if you cut yourself and you're bleeding orange and it's thick and gooey, so you're literally bleeding cheese, yes, you're gonna be lactose intolerant from cheese. But if you have a slice of cheese on your hamburger, making it a cheeseburger once a day or like twice a week or once a week, no, you're never gonna be lactose intolerant. And that's the same thing about ice cream too. The way ice cream is made, it's made with dairy. Yes, it's made with milk. But it's so diluted with everything else, you're not going to become lactose intolerant from eating ice cream either. These are dairy products, so if you're lactose intolerant, you're going to shit yourself close to death. But it's not going to get you there. Whole milk and whole product dairy will get you there. So, little fun fact from apparently dairy specialist Brian, who lived with someone for 10 months who was lactose intolerant and hated every inch of their existence, and they taught me these things. Like, that's how you become lactose intolerant. No, you won't be lactose intolerant if all you do is have a little bit of cheese here and there. Yes, there's a cheese for everyone, and cheese is made in the most disgusting way possible, and yet it tastes like God came down and kissed me right on the lips.
Does it though?
Absolutely, especially cheddar cheese. I used to be a big American cheese fan, but I think that cheddar cheese is more of my cup of tea, because when I look at products that I really love, like grilled cheese, or like cheese and cheese cups and stuff, they're all inspired from cheddar cheese. Spray cheese, that's more or less cheddar cheese flavor. Nacho cheese, cheddar cheese, but with nachos. Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos, cheddar cheese, but sprinkled dust sprinkled and infused onto the taco chip.
Yeah, like I don't mind that like as a seasoning.
Yeah, so then for the most part, it seems that Parmesan and cheddar are your cup of tea. It just depends on the consistency. You fucking hate the consistency, is what it sounds like.
The texture, yes.
Yeah. So, like, there is a cheese for everyone, and then there's how it's presented for everyone. Just like there are people that literally eat blocks of cheese. They grab a block from the fridge, and they start gnawing on it.
Oh yeah, what is it? They dip it in jam or something?
Or they just straight up eat it as it is. They take a big bite out of it. And then here's a pun, but it's also very true. And then there is the monsters that live in our waking world that eat Munster cheese.
Munster.
Yeah. And then there are even crazy... Okay, the people that eat that are monsters, but then there are the boss level monsters where they eat that as a block. And nothing else.
Alright, pulling off the topic for a second, I think I'm getting a better handle on this fight with the first hunter. I think what I have to do is to cut the video and level up some, and then when I feel like I'm ready, I'm going to hit record again, and then I'm going to whoop his ass. And then I'm going to get my ass kicked by the boss after that.
Maybe. Gurnham is pretty hard. I don't remember. I feel like the moon presence was easier, in my opinion.
But in any case, I'm going to do some grinding, and then I'll be back. So, thank you for thank you, Brian, for the very educational conversation on both dolls, sentience, and the dairy today.
Hell yeah!
I've learned a lot.
It's been very cheesy.
Goodbye.
It's been a very cheesy episode. Bye.